Hi. Today we are in the redwood forest with these beautiful trees behind us. We are going to start today in final relaxation position. If you see me swatting, there's some mosquitoes by, so don't mind me if I act a little crazy. We're going to go ahead, lay down in final relaxation, extending both legs if that feels comfortable. If not, we can keep one knee bent or keep both knees bent. And we'll just go ahead and lay on the ground, arms by our side, having a nice little check-in here, checking in with our body. When we're on the mat to begin with, and letting gravity hit us in a different way than we're used to throughout the whole day, and becoming mindful of what we're feeling as we're laying down, we notice different things. So we could go ahead and just do our body scan, checking in, seeing what's going on today, seeing how we're feeling, noticing if there's any body part that needs to be taken care of or honored as we move through our practice today. And we want to go ahead and bring awareness to the breath. If we want to, we can bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. We don't have to. As we breathe, we want to let the hand on the belly rise up first, and then let the hand on the chest rise. So we want to go into that three-part breath. Belly, ribs, and then exhaling completely. Noticing the central nervous system start to relax as we go into that deep belly breath. And then we can go ahead and pull both knees into the chest, releasing the back here. Option to rock from side to side. Placing both feet onto the ground, we're just going to go ahead and let our knees windshield wiper from side to side. Just back and forth, going only as big as our body allows for today. We can start to increase the movement as we go. And then coming back to center, bringing our arms by our sides, feet planted hip width distance apart. We go ahead and take a nice slow inhale. As we exhale, we press through the feet, lifting through the hips. Inhaling, slowly bringing the spine back down to the mat. Exhaling, pressing up to the sky. Inhaling, bringing it back down. Exhaling, pressing up. Inhaling, releasing down. Exhaling, lifting. Inhale, release. Exhaling, lifting up to the sky. Inhaling, releasing down. Let's go one more time, lifting up. Releasing down. Pulling both knees into the chest. We'll go ahead and keep the right leg in the chest. As we exhale, we extend the left leg. As we inhale, we switch sides, exhaling, pulling the left knee to the chest. Inhaling, we switch sides, exhaling, pulling knee to chest. Inhaling, we switch, exhaling, knee to chest. Inhaling, we switch, exhaling, knee to chest. One more time here. And then we can go ahead and release. Coming up to our seated position today, we'll go ahead, ground in the tailbone, actively reaching the crown of the head up to the sky, letting the shoulders release. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming to our heart center. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling to the heart. Inhaling, reaching up. We're going to go ahead and twist to the right. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, twisting left. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, reaching over the head. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, reaching over to the left. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, we twist. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, twisting. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, reaching over. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, reaching over. Inhaling, we reach up. Exhale, reach forward, hinging at the hips, reaching out. Letting the head come towards the floor. Walking it back. Placing the hands on the knees and going in a circle with the torso, just grounding that tailbone into the earth. And let's switch directions, going the other way. And then coming back to center, let's go ahead and move to all fours here. So we want to bring it around and bring the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and we'll go ahead and move through our cat and cow, moving with the breath, one movement, pulling through the belly button into the back in cat, letting the tailbone lead the way up to the sky, reversing into cow, finding that connection with our breath and movement. And let's go one more time through cat and cow. Letting the tops of the feet come down onto the mat, sinking the hips back, either letting the forehead come to the mat or the back of the hands. We can stack there, or we can stack our fists. So whatever variation feels best for today. Coming back up onto all fours, we'll go ahead and take the hands out in front of us. Getting ready to come into our down dog, pressing through our thumb, pointer, and pinky. As we tuck the toes, we lift the hips, moving the head back through the arms, alternating heel presses into the mat here. Stepping the feet up into forward fold. Hands move to the shins and we lift halfway up. We pull the shoulders back away from the ears. And we exhale down to forward fold. And we inhale, sweep it wide, come all the way up. Exhale, releasing, making sure we come into that mountain pose. Standing with our feet firmly into the ground. We inhale, reaching up, exhaling, swan diving down. Inhale, half lifting up. Exhaling to airplane. Inhaling into chair pose. Exhale, we hold. Inhale, we sweep up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lifting. Exhaling to airplane. Inhaling into chair pose. Exhale, we hold. Inhaling, we reach up. Forward fold, we exhale. Half lifting, we inhale. Airplane, exhaling. Inhaling to chair. Exhale, we hold. Inhaling, we come up, stepping back with the left foot. We come into high lunge, reaching up. Pressing the tailbone towards the ground, reaching the fingertips towards the sky. Straightening out the front leg, hinging at the hip. Hands land in a flat back pyramid here. Again, we can play with the hip height, making sure that our hips are level towards the ground. And if we want to, we can draw the chest towards the thigh. The top of the head to the floor. Bending through the front knee, we come up to warrior two. Focusing on the breath. Turning the front palm, we reach into reverse warrior. Coming back to our warrior two, straightening out the leg, we move into triangle. Turning towards the front of the mat, bending through the front knee, we can go ahead and step up into forward fold. Half lifting as we inhale, airplane, moving into chair. Inhaling, we come up. Exhaling, we step back with that right foot, coming into our high crescent lunge. Reaching through the fingertips. Straightening out the front leg, hinging at the hips. Drawing the chest towards the thigh, we let the hands land. Again, in that flat back pyramid. Playing with the hips. Noticing where we feel it. With the option to draw the chest towards the thigh, the crown of the head to the floor. Bending through that front knee, coming up, we turn to warrior. Turning the front palm, we can go to reverse. Straightening out the leg, we move into triangle. Coming back up, stepping up. Let's go ahead and come into tree. Obviously, we have to do a tree here in the forest. So we want to go ahead and plant the left foot into the ground. We're going to start on our left side of the body today. So remember, each side of our body might be a little bit different when it comes to balancing, when it comes to anything. So we want to plant that left foot into the ground, pull the knee, the hip up, reaching up, growing up nice and tall, and then bringing that left or that right foot over anywhere above or below the knee. Our hands go where they feel safe yet challenged today, whether that's at our Anjali Mudra or reaching out and growing up like a tree. And then we can release. Coming back down, we'll go ahead and switch sides, planting that right foot into the ground. Again, it might be different on this side of the body compared to the other side. So we're going to go ahead and plant that right foot in the ground, pull the knee, the hip up and in, engage the lower core, actively reaching through the crown of the head. We come into tree, letting our hands go where they feel safe yet challenged for today. On this side. And then we'll go ahead, releasing, bringing it back down. Coming back to our mountain position. Let's go ahead and take a nice big inhale, reaching up, exhale, hinging at the hips, swan diving it down, letting our hands find the mat, stepping back into down dog here. Let's go ahead and bring it into high plank. So when we're in plank, we don't want to let those shoulders sag. We want to push the mat away, engaging through the shoulders, pushing the mat away, keeping the hips nice and level with the rest of the body. We don't want to hike them up. We're not in down dog, but we're also not sagging either. So here we can go ahead and move into our chaturanga, turn the feet onto the top of the mat and press up into our up dog, getting a nice stretch through that low back. Pressing up. The tops of my legs are not touching the mat. They're all still high up, but now I'm going to bring those knees down, pressing back into child's pose. Coming around, we find ourselves moving into a seated position. Let's go ahead and bring it into Baddha Sukhasana, into our butterfly. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head. And we'll go ahead and extend both legs into staff pose. Sitting up nice and tall here. Let's take our right leg out to the side, pulling our left foot in. Again, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to go revolving head to knee so our torso is straight. We inhale and reach up, exhale, reaching out and over. Coming back up, we're going to go ahead and turn our torso over that right leg. We inhale, reach up, exhale, hinge forward, reaching out. So a lot of times I like to use a strap here. If you have a strap or something that you can, if you can't get all the way into that pose, and then we can go ahead and release. Coming back around, we'll go ahead and take that left leg out to the side, pulling the right leg in. Again, this time we're keeping the torso forward. We inhale, reach up, exhale, reaching out and over. Remembering to breathe. And then we release, turning the body towards that extended leg. We inhale, reach up, exhale, reach out and forward. Breathing into it. And then we can go ahead and release. Coming back to our seated position, let's go ahead and rock back onto our back, pulling knees to chest. Releasing the back here, sigh sound. Anything that releases audibly is fine. We just pull knees to chest, releasing on our mat. And then let's go ahead and take the feet down to the mat, arms that come out like a T. We pick up the hips, shifting them over to the left as we let the knees drop over to the right. We can stay in this supine twist, or we have the option to extend the top leg, reaching the toe towards the floor. And then we can go ahead and release, bringing the spine back to center. We pick up the hips, shifting over to the right, letting the knees drop left. Again, if this feels good, we keep it here. We also have the option to extend through the top leg, reaching the toe towards the ground. And then we go ahead and release, coming back to center, going into final relaxation, into Shavasana. For this practice, we can go ahead and extend the legs if that feels comfortable on our back. And we can let the toes release out to the side. Hands can be on our belly. closing our eyes, letting the body release into the mat, letting our breath flow through us like a wave. We can look into our brow center, seeing shapes, colors, or patterns. Just enjoying this moment in Shavasana. And then we can go ahead and start to move fingers and toes and bring knees back into the chest, releasing the back one more time, rocking from side to side. We can either roll to one side and push up into our seated position or come into a seated position the easiest way we can for our bodies today. We'll go ahead and take the right ear up to the ceiling, extending the right fingertips away from the body. And then we come back to center. We take the left ear up to the sky, fingertips away. And then we come back to center. We inhale, reach up, exhale wide. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling wide. One more time, we inhale and reach up, letting our hands come together. The light in me accepts and reflects the light in you. Thank you. Thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I was a little crazy with the mosquitoes, but thank you for joining me. Bye.